Then I let me in the door. Then I gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' fresh from out that bottom.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. You ain't gotta like, you ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. That in this video, I'm gonna be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, I'm gonna be talking about my review for Attack on Titan Manga Chapter 138. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was a crazy fucking chapter. Wow. So, the title to Attack on Titan Manga Chapter 138 is called A Long Dream. And this title specifically correlates to the first ever manga chapter of Attack on Titan when Eren wakes up under the tree and he says to Mikasa that he just felt like he had a long dream. And then Mikasa asks Eren, why are you crying? Which is something that Eren asks Mikasa in chapter 138. But this title also correlates to Mikasa Ova as well, where she is talking about that she just had a long dream. Now, when both Mikasa and Eren are talking about having a long dream, what they mean is that they just came back from a different reality where something bad must have happened. Something like Mikasa killing Eren, just like how we see in chapter 138. So most likely the same thing just fucking happened, you know? With Mikasa killing Eren in chapter 138, most likely he just sunned himself into a different reality and just got woken up from this long dream that he just had, which is the timeline that we're seeing right now in chapter 138, right? Now, when Mikasa and Eren resets time or go into a different reality, some of the events that happened the first time might happen differently. Something like, instead of Dinah walking past Bertolt and eating Carla, maybe in another reality, Dinah ends up eating Bertolt and becoming a Titan shifter and taking Bertolt's power, knowing that that power is needed for Armin, which is why she had to be controlled or directed to walk past Bertolt, and instead of eating Bertolt on sight, she instead ate Carla, because that's something that needed to happen. Maybe in a different reality, something bad must have happened, something like Armin not being able to get saved by giving him Bertolt's power. Another example is when Eren first came into contact with the Founder, when he touched Dinah's hand. The fact that Dinah ate Hanis and then sat there in front of Eren and Mikasa and allowed them to have a full-blown conversation, and then waited for Eren to heal and waited for him to get ready to punch her hand. And then once he was ready to punch her hand, she reached out her hand, not in a grabbing motion to grab him. Remember that, not in a grabbing motion to grab him, only for him to punch her hand, for him to come into contact with the Founder. Maybe in a different reality, something bad must have happened in that situation. Something that Eren did not want, which causes him to send himself into a different reality, and him saying that he just had a long dream, showing us that he just came back from a reality that he just lost in. So Eren is essentially trying to find the perfect reality where he does win at the end. A reality when everything happens is because he wanted it to happen, you know? And Eren, knowing that he resets time or sends himself into a different reality, he wants the same events to happen, just like how I explained. Even though he goes to these different realities, some events might be different from the reality that he just came back from. So he wants this same reality where he wins at the end to happen over and over again until he finally gets his victory that he wants, until he finally gets the freedom that he wants, which is why he used Zeke to get to his father's memories, to make sure that he was there, to make sure that Grisha took the power from the royal family members. Because if he wasn't there, Grisha would have never took the power and gave the power to Eren, and we probably will be seeing a whole different reality, which we was seeing a whole different reality before Eren changed it, you know? So he's trying to make sure that these same events happen, so when he does reset time or go into a different reality, he will automatically get the power no matter what reality he goes into. And the only person that knows all this shit and knows that Eren is resetting time or sending himself to these different realities, trying to figure out the perfect reality where he truly wins, the only person that knows what he's doing is Mikasa, and I explained how she knows. And to be honest, I truly do not know how Mikasa knows that Eren is basically resetting time or sending himself into these different realities, but maybe it's because she's an Ackerman, but then again, like, why don't Levi remember anything? Because he also is an Ackerman. But maybe the reason why Mikasa knows what Eren is doing is because she's bound to him. I truly do not know. Like, in some shape or form, she's connected to Eren, and they always will follow each other. I think Armin is the same way. I think he's connected to him as well, because even Armin, in chapter 138, he says that Eren loves this hell, and that he's going to keep following Eren into this hell until he's done with it, you know? So maybe he's connected to him as well. Mikasa and Eren going into these different realities and shit like that, and waking up from these long dreams and living in these different realities, it's really a mind fuck. So hopefully I did explain it. I wanted to explain that whole different reality thing before I actually review the chapter. So hopefully I explained it so that you can actually understand what the fuck is really going on. But most likely I just confused the fuck out you and created hella more questions. But now let's start to review this chapter, right? So Attack on Titan Manga Chapter 138 starts off after Armin blows up Eren's Founding Titan form. The rumbling is now stopped, and then Falco lands with the Alliance on his back, lands near Gabby's parents and Reiner's mother. Then we see the Alliance looking at Eren's Founding Titan bones starting to disappear. And this situation was foreshadowed in the song that is being played in the outro to the final season of Attack on Titan. And the song is basically talking about Eren's point of view and how his bones are starting to disappear and turn to dust, but he's not dead. And later on, we see that he's not dead when he transforms once again and starts to fight Armin. So that whole situation was foreshadowed in the outro to the final season. After that, we begin to see how John is questioning if Eren is truly dead, which is something that I predicted in my prediction video for Attack on Titan Manga Chapter 138. So I'm glad that I was right. So John questioned if Eren is really dead because he don't believe it. He felt like it was just too easy. Then we see how Mikasa is beginning to have a headache. And while she's having a headache, she's also remembering the time when Eren said that he had always hated her since he was a little kid. And her realizing that that was the last conversation that she had with Eren, she can't believe that that is what she remembers out of all the things that Eren has done for her. She remembers the time that Eren has said that he always had hated her. She can't believe that's the last conversation that she had with Eren. And because of the situation that they're in, she might not ever get another conversation with Eren. But after that, we see how everybody is reuniting with their families. And Connie then says that we all had our regrets, but at least we was able to stop the rumbling. And they truly does have regrets. Like, all the shit that they have done to get to this point, letting Eren get to this point, is something that they truly regret. Maybe it could have gone a different way. But the fact that Eren had no choice but to destroy the world, that gave the Alliance no choice but to try to kill him. And they succeeded, which is something that he wanted anyway, you know, because he could have just easily stopped them anytime he wanted to with the power of the Founder. But he didn't want to take away their freedom, and he actually gave them a chance to fight and stop the rumbling to save the world, you know? But after that, we get to see how Annie learns that her father is alive. And now she's able to fulfill the promise that she had made to him to basically make it home safely. You know, like, she fought very hard all the way to the end in order to make it back to our father and fulfill that promise. But after that, we can see how Armin emerges from the blast, and we see how he's okay and Reiner's okay, but the parasite is not dead. I don't know what the fuck that shit is made out of, but somehow it survived the blast from Armin. But after that, we see the explosion behind Armin, and it's the same type of explosion that Armin gives off when he first transforms, and it ends up being Eren in Colossal Titan form. I don't know how the fuck he can do it, but it's most likely because of Ymir or the fact that he's the Founding Titan. He can do what the fuck he want, really. But after seeing Eren transform, we see how John knew that Eren wasn't dead. It just seemed way too fucking easy. Even Armin said it himself, like, Eren won't die. He will be expecting me to transform. But after seeing Eren transform for the second time, they're trying to quickly come up with a different plan. They're trying to keep Eren away from the parasite because they believe that that's what he's trying to get back to. Maybe if he comes in contact with the power of the parasite, maybe the rumbling will start up somehow, or maybe he'll create his Founding Titan form again. I don't know. But they're thinking about trying to kill the centipede again, but they don't know how to kill it because it didn't die in the explosion. So how can we kill something that didn't die from that? So they're trying to figure out who to go after first, and Levi says that we have to go after Eren. All of this won't stop until he's dead. But after that, while Mikasa is holding her head, she's asking herself, why do things have to end like this? Like, why do we have to kill Eren? Like, out of all people, we gotta kill Eren. But then after that, we see how the centipede is beginning to let out smoke from its body. And seeing this, Connie is able to realize that this is the same situation that Zeke had did when he turned all the people that was from his village, including his mother, into Titans by using smoke that has Titan fluid inside of it. So Connie is realizing that this is the same situation, and Levi quickly picks up on this situation that they're in and tells Peck and Mikasa to hop on Falco because Ackermans cannot become pure Titans because technically they're already Titans in human form, and Titan shifters can't become pure Titans because they're already Titan shifters. So he tells Mikasa and Peck to hop on Falco's back, leaving Gabby, Connie, and John behind because they already have the smoke in their system. But after that, we see how Falco is trying his hardest to get away from the area, and he starts to scream. And by him screaming, he does the same thing that Zeke does when he screams. Falco literally transforms everybody into pure titans, right? And the reason why Falco can do that is because he literally transformed directly from somebody who was a member of the royal family. And he literally developed that same power that Zeke got, to be able to transform aliens into pure titans, whoever digests their titan fluid. And by the parasite literally letting out its own titan fluid, all the parasite needed was somebody to transform these aliens into pure titans. Somebody that's very close to the royal family members. And the only closest person to the royal family is Falco, because he directly got transformed by somebody who was a member of the royal family. And now all these pure titans are coming out of nowhere, and Reiner is trying to stop the parasite and the army that the parasite just summoned. You can truly see how the parasite is trying its hardest to get back to Eren. It's trying its hardest to get back to its undying body, because this parasite is scared of death, just like how Ymir was scared of death, and they escaped death by coming together and creating their undying body. So we can truly see how hard this parasite is fighting. So they're not only fighting Eren, they're fighting this parasite who has its own goal. So this is crazy. But then we get to see how Eren and Armin are starting to square off, and Armin tells Eren, like, damn, you really love this hell. And he says that it's all right, I will follow you to the end. And that's him saying that he will always be there to stop Eren. So like I said in the beginning of the video, somehow these three are connected. It doesn't matter how many times Eren goes to send himself to these different realities and live in these different realities, Armin will always be there to stop him and follow him into this hell, you know? But after that, we get to see how Mikasa's having even a bigger headache, and Levi's telling her to get her shit together. Like, we are the only ones that can kill Eren. But Mikasa says that she can't take this no more, and all she want to do is go back to their home. But then we see a different version of Mikasa sleeping, and she's been waking up from a different version of Eren, who is adult Eren, and she asking this different version of Eren, when did she fall asleep? She felt like she had a long dream, showing us that she just came back from the reality that she was just in when her and Levi was about to kill Eren. And the fact that she says that I just want to go back to our home, and it shows her in a different reality with a different version of Eren, showing us that most likely this is the original timeline. So this should be the original reality, where her and Eren are living together for his last 4 years. But then you got this other version of Eren asking Mikasa why she is crying. And then she says to Eren that she don't think that she's supposed to be here. And even though she's not supposed to be here, she wanted to be here. She couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't take killing Eren over and over and over in all these different realities. She just wanted to go back home, which is this reality where she's living with Eren for his last 4 years. And this reality takes place after Eren asks her, what am I to you? And instead of her saying like, oh, your family, she fully expressed herself and told Eren how she really felt. And by her telling Eren how she really felt, it completely changes everything. Back when Eren first transformed and she asked herself, I wonder if I would have said something differently. I wonder if it would have come to this. And it wouldn't. It would have came to this reality. And Mikasa hearing everything that Eren is saying, it makes her smile. And she hasn't smiled in a long time, and it's hella refreshing, you know? This is the conversation that she wanted with Eren. But after that, Eren basically asks Mikasa, can she promise him one thing? And that is, after he die, throw away the scarf. Forget about him and be free. And basically what he's saying is, he doesn't want Mikasa to follow him into the next reality and be bound to protect him just like how she always have. Because once Eren do die, all Mikasa do is go to a different reality and protect that Eren. Knowing everything that he's going to do, protecting him and all that shit, and knowing that she cannot stop him from dying. You know, either she kills him or he sacrificed himself for something. Even in her OVA, her future self is telling her that she cannot protect Eren from dying. He's cursed by death. It's nothing that she can do. And not being able to accept the fact that he do die, she is jumping from all these different realities, protecting all these different versions of Eren because she loves the guy and she wants to be by his side at all times. She don't want to let Eren go. She don't want to let Eren be free. You know? And that's why he tries to hurt her feelings to make her not want to protect him anymore. So when he do die, she won't take it upon herself to jump to this different reality and try to protect Eren from dying in that way again. And she's truly tired of it. She's tired of seeing all these different versions of Eren dying. You know, she's tired of it. But even though she wants to go back home, she cannot let Eren go. She always want to be by his side no matter what. No matter what version of Eren it is, she wants to be by his side, you know? But then you got Eren just begging Mikasa to basically forget about him. And while he's saying that, we can see how his face is turning into the other version of Eren that she's trying to kill at this moment, you know? In the other reality that she just came from. But then the chapter goes to Mikasa going back to the reality that she was trying to kill Eren in. And she's saying that she's sorry. And while she's saying that, she's also pulling the scarf out of her shirt and then saying that she can't just forget about Eren and be free without him and live a long life without him. She can't do that. She just wants to be with the guy. And then she says that Eren is in the mouth, and the fact that she said that, most likely she knew that Eren was in the mouth the whole fucking time. And I'm glad that I was right. I did say that if he's not using the power of the Warhammer Titan, then most likely he is strung up in the mouth. That's the only fucking place that he can sit at. And by her saying that, like, yeah, Eren is in the mouth, she knew that shit the whole fucking time, but was trying to protect him and trying not to kill him, knowing that she is going to kill him in this reality. If he doesn't sacrifice himself and die that way, then she's bound to kill him at the end, no matter what, you know? And knowing that Eren hasn't sacrificed and died yet, she knows that it's up to her to kill Eren at the end. And knowing that Eren is just going to jump to a different reality, she's just going to follow Eren and jump to that reality. And essentially, it's the same Eren and the same Mikasa. It's just that Eren loses his memories until he touches Historia's hand, because I don't think he's really seeing into the future. I'm thinking he's just seeing the long dream that he forgot when he first woken up from the reality that he just came back from. So that's what I'm thinking he's seeing. But Mikasa, she knows everything because she's an Ackerman and she's connected to him, you know? So it's the same version of Mikasa with all these memories and everything, and she's just playing along. And Eren doesn't get his memories until he touches Historia's hand. And once he touches Historia's hand, he knows that he's going to die at the end, and Mikasa is going to kill him. That's why he tells her, like, hey, once I die, be free, live a long life, let me go. You know, like, forget about me. But she just cannot forget about Eren, so she jumps to another reality along with him and protects that Eren until he gets his memories. Like, bitch, didn't I just tell you to be free and stop following me? Like, you're the same Mikasa. Like, this shit's crazy, man. And it's really a mind fuck. It really fucking is, man. This shit's crazy. But then you got Levi blowing up Eren's mouth, and Mikasa enters the mouth of Eren's Titan, and they both are looking at each other, Eren knowing exactly what the fuck she's gonna do, unfazed by, like, man, just kill me. Like, Eren tried his hardest to make Mikasa hate him. He literally pushed Mikasa away as much as he could, you know, and it still didn't work, because he know that after he dies, he know that she's just gonna follow him to the next reality, the reality that he's about to go into. And they both are about to relive this dream over and over and over again until Mikasa learns to accept the fact that Eren wants to be free. Once he die, let him go. Or just let him fucking win. You know what I'm saying? I made a video like a couple days back explaining why Mikasa is the reason why Eren can no longer move forward past the rumbling. Because if he gets to the rumbling, then he knows that she's gonna kill him at the end over and over and over again. And even though Eren knows what Mikasa's gonna do, he can't bring himself to kill her. So he just lets it happen, you know? And I guess they just gonna keep reliving this hell over and over and over again. And I guess Mikasa's just gonna keep following him, protecting him, and being there with him, because that's all she wants to do. But then after Mikasa killing this version of Eren, the chapter cuts back to the other reality, the reality that Mikasa calls home. And she sees that Eren has fell asleep. And the reason why Eren has fell asleep is because he literally sent himself into a different reality. And when he wakes up from this long dream, he's going to be under that tree, and he's going to see Mikasa, and he's going to ask her, why is her hair so long? You know, because he don't remember that. Like I said, when Eren goes to these different realities, he loses his memory until he touches Historia. Once he touches Historia, he gets those memories of his past reality that he just came back from. But the thing about Mikasa knows everything because she is an Ackerman, and she's connected to Eren. She knows that Eren is going to jump to a different reality, and she's going to be right there waiting for him. And that's why she says see you later to Eren, knowing that he just went to a different reality. This shit is fucking crazy. So Eren is not dead. He's still alive. And Mikasa is the only one that fucking knows that, because as soon as Eren died, he jumped to a different reality. So probably in the next chapter, which is the last chapter, we will see this reality that Eren is now in. This new reality where he wins at the end. Because I'm going off what Grisha said, man. Like, hey, At the end of the day, Eren gets what he wants. He wins. Maybe in this new reality that he jumped to, maybe he learned from his mistakes. And instead of being inside the Titan, maybe he truly did use the power of the Worm Titan to control his Titan from underground. Because I truly believe in that foreshadowing that Isayama made with Studio do in the outro of Season 2. Showing us how he uncrystallized him from the shell. Showing us how he's been handed the baby and reactivating the power of the rumbling. I think we might see that in the next reality where he truly does win. Maybe he gave this reality to them and allowed them to win in this reality, but in the next reality, he truly wins. I don't know. This is crazy. This is a big-ass mind fuck. And I see how everybody's going crazy about Mikasa kissing Eren's dead head. I'm not really tripping about it. It's just showing that she truly does love the guy and the fact that she's going to follow this motherfucker wherever he goes at. You know? And then behind him, you see Ymir smiling that we haven't seen her ass smile at all. So something good must have just happened. And now Isayama has one thing left to show us, and that is Eren's point of view and Historia's point of view. That's the last thing, and he's leaving that for last. And my whole prediction for Chapter 138, I probably low-key predicted Chapter 139 without even knowing about it. But this is the end of the video, man. You ain't got to comment about it. Do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. And I'm out, bro.